Hey, hello everyone. How you doing? Hello traders. I hope this is just my wish. I hope that we will have a lot of new people, a lot of new people. Welcome everyone. Welcome to all of the new traders in the community. Not only here on YouTube, but also on Discord, on the Scarface Trades community. All my friends on Wolves of Wealth, all of my friends on Stocks Pilgrim, all of my friends from Greystone. Thank you guys for coming here. And let's give it a second to see if more people join. Um, Hello, Austin. Hey, Cookie. Welcome to the community. Welcome, Cookie the Monster. Hey, Don. How are you, Patrick? Thank you, Don. Hey, Tocayo. Yeah, 800. Well, it's 807, I think. Very excited about this. Very excited about this. Hey, Tyler. Hello, Francine. Hola, Moni. Hey, Luke. Alex. Faisal. Good, good. Hey, Salman. Hi, Joseph. Sven. New month. Yeah, new month. New month, and I didn't take a trade today. I felt like my setup didn't show up. Hey, Ramesh. Eyes on the road. All right, eyes on the road. Hey, Terrain, Chucky. All right, so my feeling was like my setup didn't show up, but I just watched on the Posture Gains channel, and Luke had a good win with it. Congratulations, Luke. Yeah, I mean it it was super late for me on the day, but yeah, it was completely the break retest boom. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Chandru. All right, guys. So well, let's get started. SPY, SPY and QQQ. Let's talk about SPY and QQQ. What are the investors thinking? I mean, government shutdown, jobs going to the downside. There's a big fight between Republicans and Democrats on the Senate and the House of Representatives, and I think everywhere, right? So I I don't get it. I don't get it. But well, it's not about what I understand. It's not about what I know. It's about how the price is going, right? So here, guys, I think this is my performance coach intervention, right? So guys, don't try to understand everything, right? I mean, if you are here to be right, the, guys, this is not the place, or this is the place if you don't care to lose money, right? Because just as explained, I don't get it. I don't get why market is ripping right now. We are about to hit all-time highs. That green line that turns into blue, that's all-time highs. We are like a few cents away, like 10 cents away from all-time highs. And there are so many issues in the country. There are so many issues in the country. But well, I mean, this is something. Let me tell you something that one of my mentors just told me last week. The market is not the mirror of the economy, and I think this is super important. I think this is super important. The market is not a mirror of the economy. So that's exactly what we are watching right now. This I feel like, like on the New Year's Eve, like on the countdown for the new year, for for midnight. Just watching SPY about to go to all-time highs. So again, this is something very relevant that my mentor said. He said market is not the mirror of the economy. So don't try to be right on your knowledge or your opinions, trying to trade the market, right? So this is really important. I know there's a lot of you guys in Florida. There's a lot of you guys in California. There's a lot of you guys in New York. There's a lot of you guys in Illinois, and we have a lot of Texans here. So, and also a lot of people out of the United States, like especially the ones that are watching the recordings. So guys, just remember that. I think those are wise words. The market is not a mirror of the economy. All right, so welcome to all-time highs. Welcome to all-time highs. We just hit a new all-time highs on SPY. That was exclusively here on Trades with Neto on YouTube and my channel. All right, guys. So, well, again, market is ripping. There's in my opinion, there's no particular reason for it, but market doesn't care. Market is doing its own thing. So let's take a look to what we were watching here. So first thing in the morning, we started ripping right at the open, and we have a huge gap overnight, right? So right here, 666.20 or something like that. That was the previous day close, but we opened. We had this drop on the pre-market. We opened right here, 663.20 or something like that. So we had this big gap. We had this big gap here, and I was like, well, today will be a nice day for puts, right? That was my thesis on the morning. And probably that was one of the reasons I didn't take any trade today, because I still can't believe what I'm watching here. So I need to work on my mindset, right? I need to work on detaching from my opinion to just watch price action here, because I actually watch a few good opportunities to the upside, and let's talk about it. So again, we had this I don't know how to call this. I mean, remember volatility, it's a two-way street. So when you have an overreaction to the upside, guys, wait an overreaction to the downside. So we had these are right at the open. We spent like 20 minutes on this rip and dip, and then when the market hit this opening price from today, it all started going upstairs. So we had this nice market structure here, as you can see here. Let me go to the chart. So after this double bottom, we started to have a very nice market structure, right? Market structure, market structure, market structure. So these guys, this was the easiest day if you were not married like me to the downside. Because you had this change of character right here. So you may enter into a position right here on this break and retest of this pre-market high area, and just ride it to the upside. And there was no reason for doing something like that, right? Like, I mean, if you are one of these traders watching the after hours and the pre-market volume or the pre-market action, well, you may have this break and retest right here. So I really like it. In my system, in my playbook, I think this is the only play, or this is the only entry model for SPY. This was the break and retest of the high of the day. I think this was the only one, because here we had like some sort of displacement, and I really like it here. I really like it here. We had this nice candle to the upside after retesting this area here of the previous high of the day. And yeah, we came back, retested again, but look at how well it had continuation. So if you were aiming to close the gap, to close the daily gap, it was a 1 to 2.8 risk reward ratio trade. But look at this. I mean, if you survive this consolidation here, well, it went first to the previous day high. It was a 1 to 4.5, and then all-time highs, right? All-time highs. It was a 1 to 7.5. So, but in my playbook, in my style, in my strategy, this will be the only entry here for SPY. This is the break and retest of high of the day or previous high of the day, right? So let me go to the chat. I'm watching a lot of comments here. Give me 1 second. Namonsi LLY. It's a Lily something or like the pharma company. Yeah. Wow, 500%. Good. Look, you only had to wait 3 hours. I think what you were doing here, I think, let me guess. Give me 1 second here. Let me guess. I think maybe you tried these break retested of these. I'm sorry. These break here retested of this consolidation area, and maybe you had this move to previous day high. What you had here, I think you that's the only one, right? That's the only one. I mean, I don't know if you had something else. All right. Yeah, Francis, you were right. You were right. I didn't believe that. Like these guys. You know, I, I think it was Charlie Kirk a few years ago who said like, if the government is shut down, politicians shouldn't be paid for that time, and that will be the easiest and fastest solution for them to get to an agreement, right? If we have a shutdown, they shouldn't be paid for it for this time. But yeah, you were right. I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to go watch news. So not sure when is this gonna be over. Coach Obist, I'm not here to be right. I'm here to make money. Exactly. That's the mindset we need. Declan, I had my best week last week, and now I'm struggling with being too aggressive. I used to be too hesitant, and I have been trying to fix that, but now I'm too aggressive. Any advice? Yes, Declan. Take some days off. That's my best advice. After a big win or after a big loss, I like to take a few days off just to reset, to rest, reset, and reframe everything. Right? I mean, just as you said, if you just had your biggest week, so now you are kind of overconfident, and you don't want to be cocky with the market. So just take a few days, or take 1 or 2 days. I mean, you don't need to take a week off. Just take 1 or 2 days. Come here, watch your charts. Just don't open your broker, and be okay just looking at the chart. Just like looking for your setup, even taking the trade on paper. And I'm not saying on your broker, like a real pencil and paper, and see if you're. I mean, I don't want you to be overconfident with the market, because the market is gonna humble you in the worst way at the worst time. So just take some days off so you can just cool off the emotions, and that will be fine. That's my best advice. Um, Thank you, Jay. Hello, Sherry. Uh, Yeah. Francis. Salman, spy call 943. Okay. Spy call 943. 943. 943. Maybe look at this. Maybe not. And this is according to. This needs to be according to your playbook. In my playbook, do you remember, guys, that I have told you that when I'm taking calls, I don't like to buy too close to high of the day, and that's the problem taking calls like this early on the morning. I know sometimes you can miss the train, but well, I mean, I'm not supposed to take any opportunity here, right? So look at this, 943, 943. I don't think this is a good candle to enter. Why? Because yes, this is the retest, and yes, this is a very nice candle. I think the best opportunity to enter here will be 944, but there's an issue here. You are so close to high of the day. You are so close to high of the day, and your risk will be too high. I mean, too big, right? So I don't like this entry. This will not be part of my system, but I totally understand why you enter here, because I actually like a lot this candle. It's not about the color of this candle, it's about the price action here. So I really like this retest and reaction on this 5-minute opening range high. But again, I wouldn't enter here. I would enter here 944, but this is just too close to high of the day, so I wouldn't take it. So this is not part of my system. All right, but yes, I understand what you tried here, Salman. Um, Texas, yeah, Tim. Are you in Texas? Where in Texas? I'm in Houston. Austin spy calls 944. Well, I think this is the exact same example, right, Austin? Do you have any question about what I'm saying here? Why I wouldn't enter in this? Remember, and this again, this is part of my system. This is part of my personality. This is part of my style. I don't take my entries on the retest. I always wait at least the next candle to confirm the direction of the move. So again, I will enter right here on this 944. The major issue here is it's so close to high of the day that, I mean, the risk reward is not there for me. And yes, you have like the higher time frame thesis that it's going to all-time highs. Like right now it's 660, 780. So I mean, on the higher time frame it makes sense, but right here on the smaller time frames it doesn't make sense, the risk reward. Right? So that's why I wouldn't take this one here. Hello, Linda. Linda, yeah, Linda is another Houstonian. Linda, we need to meet. We need to meet. We actually live like, I mean, not so far. I think you said Cypress or Spring. I'm in Katy. Hey, Kevin Basinga. Hello, Ryan. Welcome. Nice that you made it today. Look, you enter 1226 retest of the low of the consolidation. 1226 right here. Okay. 1226. All right. So, whoa. What was your stop loss, Luke? something like here. $667, $667 here. Ah, liar! You have this one here. All right. So this is the trade that Luke had. As you can see here, he was trying to get the break of all this consolidation, retest, and another drop. And I think Luke was looking for this 666.21. This is a key level on the 15-minute chart. It didn't get it. But I think that what was your target, Luke? Yeah, something like here, right? Like 666.30 or something like that. My finger was right on the trigger. Well, your finger didn't work, my friend. If you were waiting for 667. But yeah, well, I mean, good job there holding a bit, because this consolidation area was just too strong, right? Good job there. Previous day high and 666.50. Oh well, you had a closer. Good. You had a closer target here. That's really nice. Congratulations on that, look. Okay. Do you always do market orders? I do always market orders for everything, for buying and selling. I know people say like, "Oh, well, but you are leaving some money on the table." Well, I don't think so. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for I'm sorry. I'm looking for just executing my orders. And the risk that I was having when I was trying to sell with limit orders is that if I'm always telling you, like, try to sell into strength, right? So if you see a push of the price, sell right there. Don't wait for the retracement. But if you are not taking profits like that, you may have your orders on field, or you may not have your orders filled. So I prefer the clarity and certainty of my orders to be filled than a few cents, because usually it's not that much, because I'm always on SPY, QQQ, AMD, Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, Palantir. So the spread is not that much. If you are trading small caps, if you are trading, let's say, for example, Meta. If you're trading Meta, the spread between the buy and I'm sorry, the ask and the bid, it's big. So there you can have these big spreads. But in the names that I use to trade, it's like, well, I mean, the slippage. Now I remember the word, because a few weeks remember that what was the word? Slippage. All right. So in the names that I trade, it's not a big deal. So yes, I'm always using market orders. Um, to Crunchy, there was news, so I don't trade before 10 a.m. Yeah, the jobs news, right? Joseph entered 944. Well, it didn't work. Terrain from Dallas. Don't tell me that you are a Cowboys fan, dude. I can't stand for it. My dad, he's a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys, and it's like every year he's so disappointed. So There's a few traders from Dallas, Surin, and I actually Nathan is from Dallas, and I promised Nathan that after next week's event I will go to Dallas. So probably third or fourth week of October I'm gonna be in Dallas. So uh, I will let you know, guys, if you want to meet. Team, I'm about Lake City. I know where it is. Ryan, H Town in the house. Alex, you also enter 944. Hey Kevin, where are you in Houston? As I said, I'm in Katy, the West Park Tollway on 99. So many Texans. Yeah, we need our Texas summit. let's let's do it. All right, Nathan, Amazon. I'll go Amazon. All right. Okay. Well, that was SPY. This is QQQ. QQQ was look at this. I want to show you something because this morning a lot of people was like, "Oh my gosh, QQQ is ripping," and then, "Oh my gosh, QQQ is dropping so hard," and then, "Oh my gosh, QQQ is recovering so well." Guys, remember, volatility, it's a two-way street. So if it rips so fast, it's gonna rip the same way, right? So volatility is just it's lack of liquidity, right? So that's why it moves that fast. All right. So yeah, so this is just something to consider when you are trading. So if you are trading like me, you are looking for the drops. Just make sure that you are super ready to manage your position, because when you are having like a strong drop, you always have a strong bounce. So just make sure that you are prepared for that. All right. So same story with QQQ. Once we found this kind of double bottom, we started making market structure to the upside. So look at this. This is super clear. This is super clear market structure. So once you identify the change of character, higher highs, higher lows, and the change of character, you can look for entries, right? So the first entry could be, well, and I think this is the exact same thing that happened on SPY. Many people tried this. This is the break and retest of pre-market high, looking for maybe the gap close, but a few candles later, you were just stop out, right? So this is the exact same play than SPY here. All right. This is the exact same play than SPY, but on QQQ, just 2 or 3 candles later, you were stop out. But if you were following this market structure, maybe you enter here and you were looking for, let's say, half numbers, right? 595.50, or even high of the day. I think high of the day. Look at this. It was 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade. But look at the price action right here. There's not a single retracement until here. So this QQQ trade, it might be almost 1 to 3.7 risk reward ratio trade. And even here, I mean, this retracement never, it never closed below this huge candle. So in my opinion, if you guys entered something like here, I mean, your first stream was something like here. And after this, this is the break and retest of what? 600, right? 600 right here. This is what is happening right here. So this is an order block. This is your previous high of the day. This is This is a 600. This is a psych number, key level, strike, hold number. So this is the break and retest of the 600. So you might enter right here, and also, well, look at this. If you were looking just for $1 here, this is your trade 601. And if you manage to stay on this trade, look at this. Well, if you manage to stay on this trade, oh my. So this is, I think this is going also for all-time highs. Yes, sir. QQQ is about to hit all-time highs. Well, we are having some sort of rejection, but we are half a dollar away from all-time highs. Let's go. All right. SPY 668, QQQ 602.57. That's really nice. All right. So you had this entry, and later in the day, maybe if you were looking for more bullish thing, this is another break and retest. So maybe you enter here, you look for the external liquidity, or even the 15-minute. Yeah, look at this. The 15-minute chart key levels, 1 to 2.4 risk reward. I think this is just too small of a risk. But well, you had it here. Or even, if you were looking for the external liquidity, that's a very nice trade. That's a very nice trade. All right. Salman, QQQ calls 1009, pre-market 1009. Good. This is this exact same trade, right? Very good. Where did you exit, Salman? Alex, QQQ 1033. 1033 right here. This is a nice trade, Alex. Congratulations on this. Salman, where did you exit? You too, Alex, where did you exit here for this trade? Right here? 601? What you were waiting here? Right. Close high of the day. Good. 1036. 1036. Good. Previous day high. Good job, guys. Very quick trades and good salt into strength. Good. Come on, Salman. You were watching your P&L, right? All right, guys. So that's all that I watch for the indices. This is AMD. AMD, we have been talking about 162 for AMD for weeks. But also it was previous day high, right? Like, a few cents of separation. But look how well this market structure is giving you your entry. So this break and retest, previous day high, pre-market high. I think this is the 5-minute opening range. You open your position right here. Let's say right here, right? Above 5-minute opening range, above this candle body here. If you were aiming, let's say, what you were aiming here. What if you were aiming for 163.50? It was a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade. I love it. I really like this trade. And look at it. Now I remember what I did this. Okay, so if let's assume that you are here, you are 1-to-3 risk reward, you manage your position here, you come into these candles here, you get scared, you chicken out, but you have another bounce to high of the day. I manage my position here, and I just left some runners, right? So guys, if you have, once you start having like your 1-to-2 risk reward ratio trade, you start managing your position, or you become ready to manage your position, right? So if you have something like this, first, it doesn't take you by surprise, and second, you can react to this. I mean, lucky you here, this candle week just came back and retrace like really quick. But if not, I mean, you are quickly reacting. All right. Okay. Beautiful market structure. You took that. How many trades did you take today, Alex? You told me that you took like 4, right? Congratulations, the sold at your 122. Good. Yeah, especially you guys that are still building your edge and are like forward testing or testing your strategy. This is the way. I mean, you can raise and build your morale having constant wins with your 122 risk reward. But something that you can do here, Don, is that you don't sell your position right there at the 122, but you are ready to do it. So if it continues to the upside, you just like start raising the bar of your stop loss. But if it comes back, you just close it at your 122 risk reward ratio trade. That's one way to do it. So you are always hitting your goal of building your edge, and also you are letting your trade go like fatter. Just one contract. Yeah, that's one way to do it. So yeah, for example, here, like, okay, well, now you are at the high of the day right here. Now you are at high of the day. This is your 122 risk reward ratio trade. So you see, okay, well, right here it's 150 my contracts, and that's my 122 risk reward. Okay, well, what if you set a stop loss order here and you just let the trade run a little bit? If it comes back and hits 150, well, it doesn't matter because you already had your target, right? Your 122. But if it runs, you just keep pushing your stop loss to the upside. All right, that's one way to do it. I mean, you don't need to follow that, but if you would, I mean, that's one way to do it. All right, guys. So I really like this one. This could be another entry, like if you were watching this previous high of the day. So this is a second entry here on this retracement or this pullback. So you have this next push to the upsides. Like, I don't know, like maybe you took your entry here, you had your risk at the bottom of these candles, and you were aiming to high of the day. Something like that. It was a 124 risk reward rate to trade. Yeah, you survived to this consolidation, but then you had this push to the upside. All right, the next one here is Amazon. And well, first here, I watched that some of you guys took this trade here. Well, I watch on the Discord. So you were stop out here, maybe here, on this candle here. Oh. Yeah, but if you took the 84% rule here, look at this. This actually gave you the 1-2 risk reward ratio trade that you wanted. Because this 220, can you see how many touches here? 220 was the magnet here, right? 220 was your magnet here. So yeah, it failed once here, but on the 84% rule, you may recover this trade, all right? Anyone else took Amazon here? Even this retest here, the one thing here is, look at this. Even this retest here, I really like it because this is the pre-market high. This is the pre-market high. And look how well the indices were performing, right? So both of them were almost high of the day. So this might be another entry here. All right. Hola, Gabi. Nathan, it came back to the opening range. To the opening range. To I enter on that retest. On which one? What time, Nathan? On Amazon, 950 candle. 950 candle. 950 or 1050? 950. Yeah, 950 Eastern, right? Okay, 1050 Eastern. Good. Yeah, exactly what I was telling a few seconds ago, right? Like even these retest here on the pre-market high, or even here on this reclaim of the 5-minute opening range high, it was a good point to enter because indices were at high of the day. So they were pushing higher, right? Let's go to the next one. This is Nvidia. Nvidia happened to be the same thing. It kind of came back for this 184. This white area has been let me show you here. This is Nvidia. Yes, this white area here was, the top of the range for the all-time highs, right? So it was just, look at this. This is super beautiful, right? So it was just the break and retest of the all-time highs, and now it's actually launching, right? So this was a nice idea to come here for this retest right here, 184.55, and once you reclaim and start climbing here, everything was good. I know this is at all-time highs. I know if you remember, guys, a few weeks ago when we just hit all-time highs for Nvidia, I was telling you, I feel like I'm not prepared for Nvidia. So what I started to do you remember what I started to do to feel like we have levels for Nvidia? Do you remember? This is a question for all the regulars here. Do you remember what we did to feel that we were prepared and had levels for all-time highs? Come on, guys. I would like to believe that you are paying attention. No one? Come on. Well, I'm gonna refresh your memory. Whole numbers, yes, exactly. Thank you, Francine. Thank you, Annette. All right. So because we were at all-time highs, and there's no many people, and this is something including me, right? There's no many traders on the community that they know how to use the Fibonacci levels. So I started saying like, okay, well, let's try just marking our whole numbers and half numbers, right? So something else. So let's try just to have something like this. Let's try to just have something like this. And this way, I mean, I'm not saying this is gonna work, right? But at least now, you feel that you have levels, right? And that was something in my personality, that was something in my mind, that because I didn't have any levels to the upside, I was feeling like I wasn't prepared. That's why I didn't want to take more calls, because I didn't feel prepared. So this is a piece of advice for you guys. If you want to have some sort of levels to the upside at all-time highs, you can start using half numbers and whole numbers. Mark it on your chart, and then once you start having price action at those levels, you can start adjusting your key levels, right? So use your 15-minute chart, use your 1 hour chart, use your 4 hour chart, use whatever higher time frame you want. But before doing that, just mark your whole numbers and half numbers just to feel prepared. All right. So again, guys, I was telling you, so once we retested these previous all-time highs, 184.50, 184.48. So we started having, look at this, nice and clear market structure to the upside. So you just wait for some relevant key level, even if it's an intraday key level, to take your entry. So for example, here, look at this, once we started marking here or market structure, this is the break and retest of this previous high. And also, this is the 5 minute and the 1 minute opening range, and this is the opening price. So if you enter here right at the opening price, you are actually getting all this squeeze to the upside. And that was just amazing, right? So if you were aiming to high of the day or the 5 minute opening range high, it was a 1 to 3 risk reward rate to trade. If you were aiming to close the daily gap, it was a 1 to 5 risk reward rate to trade. And anyone here took this trade here? You forgot that, Don? Maybe you were driving or something. Yeah, Randall, exactly. Even numbers, like the whole numbers or the half numbers. Yeah, something that makes you feel prepared, something that makes you feel like you have some key levels to watch. Again, I mean, maybe this is not even relevant for you, but it was for me. So I just stopped trading Nvidia for a few weeks. Actually, for a few weeks. Not sure if you remember, guys. But when we just hit all-time highs in Nvidia like a few weeks ago, I was like, oh well, I can't take more calls because I'm afraid of taking a trade and not having any key level for reference and just let a green trade turn red. So it was all in my mind. It was all in my mind. Because also Nvidia is kind of the largest portion of my long-term portfolio. So I'm like excited about, like, I'm always wanting Nvidia to go up. And so that was, like messing with my mindset for taking day trades on Nvidia. And it's actually happening right now. All right, guys. Tesla also had a really nice break and retest of previous day high. Let me make a change here. Give me 1 second. Previous week high. There it is. Did you see how I changed the position of these labels? So guys, this is why I love this tool, this indicator. It's so easy to customize how you like it. You can customize the colors, you can customize the labels, you can customize the position of your label on your chart. So you can customize the type of line. Guys, if you have a chance to have this tool, don't waste it. Just go for it. Super affordable. It only works on TradingView. It works from the basic plan, even if it's an unpaid plan. And the good thing is that you kind of squeeze a lot of other tools here in just one tool. So it just counts like one tool or one indicator with several utilities, right? So all right, so we were talking about this. This is the break and retest of the previous day high. I really like this. This is, I know this is like 942, 943, but I really like this. Came back, retested, one candle confirming this move. I will take this one here. Yes, it came back, retested again the previous day high. But the good news here is that you had your stop loss right at the bottom of this candle. So you never had a candle closure below that. So you should be staying on this trade. You can look for the on the video description and also on the channel description. There's a link for it. Just you can just click on it. It's a traders lab indicator. All right. So, and it has other different tools. I just for this layout I only use the key levels, but it also has the A plus setup checklist, and it has a few SMAs and EMAs, and I don't remember what else, but it has a lot of different tools. It's kind of a combo, so you're gonna love it. I just love this. I don't remember how I was trading before this. It's so easy because all these intraday key levels, they automatically refreshes for the next day, so it's super nice. All right, so break and retest previous day high, came back. None of these candles closed below your stop loss, and I think Faisal, we were talking yesterday about if you have hard stops or mental stops. This is one of these examples where if you have a hard stop right here, Faisal, you will be out. And look at this, you miss all of this, right? You miss all of this. But why it's important to wait for a candle closure here? Because your invalidation level here, it's the previous day high. So if it comes back and closes inside the previous day range, yes, now it's a different play, because it may go to the bottom of the previous day range. But here it's respecting this previous day high. Buyers are stepping right here, so they are defending this point. So because they are defending this point, no candle close below right here, so you may just ride this trade to the upside. Okay. Neto, can you ask the developer to add a psychological level feature to your indicator? I think that will be easy. Maybe I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask Mina. I'm gonna ask him if he can, like, maybe whole numbers kind of lines or something like that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let me ask him if he can do something like that. It should be easy to do. There may be one in the TradingView community already for the psychological numbers. Yeah, maybe. Okay, Francine, you took that trade on Tesla, stop at break, even once it failed to make high of the day, like here, for the second time. Then I re-enter for an 84% roll, and then you made $1 million on this move, right, Francine? Yeah, that's the thing with Tesla. When it works like crazy, right? It works really nice. It never moves like a dollar. It's always like a huge move to the upside or to the downside. So you need to be ready, right? Congratulations on this, Francine. Maybe it was just 2 millions, right? All right. Well, just let me tell you something here. Can you see here, where is this thing reacting? 453. Yeah, well, it's a few cents away, right? But it's, I mean, if you are at almost 500 on the price of the asset, 5 cents here, it's nothing, right? 5 cents here, it's nothing. So look at how well it's reacting to 453, and then look at this. How well it's reacting to 454. 454 consolidation, 454 consolidation, 454 bounces. Okay, well, what's going on with 555? 555. Come on. Consolidation, consolidation. Resistance, 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 then turn support. All right. So that's the power of the half numbers and round numbers. All right. Okay. What is this? This is Microsoft. This is a nice break and retest of this 514 key level on the 15-minute chart. All right. So I think, well, I think nobody here is trading Microsoft, right? Yeah, let's keep to Meta. Well, Palantir, there's a lot of guys here trading Palantir. I would only trade this. Break and retest, previous day high. Break and retest, previous high of the day. Break and retest, 184, round number, strike number, psych number. Break and retest, 184.32. This is external liquidity. Look at how well, guys, if you, the easiest thing to master on trading is charting. Once you start being good in your levels, guys, trust your levels. Look at this. Don't think for a second that I spent hours on my charts. For real, I spent like 10 minutes at night and 10 minutes in the morning just to refine my 15-minute chart. And that's it. It should not take more than that. And I take all the time because I'm refreshing my levels for you guys. If it were for me, I will be only taking like 5 minutes because I will be only refreshing SPY and QQQ. But I'm refreshing like 10 different names, and I spend 10 minutes at night and 10 minutes at the morning. That's all. And once you feel comfortable with your levels, guys, trust your levels. They work wonders. Look at this. I mean, I'm not moving my levels like every 2 seconds. It's just once at night, once in the morning, and that's it. Trust your levels, guys. All right. This is Apple. This is so awful that we don't like Apple. This is Google. Google starts looking like Apple, right? Like doing nothing and suddenly a big jump or a big drop. It's awful. Meta. Okay, so I was talking to the owner of half of Meta, Mr. Royal, Mr. Ramesh. And we talk about something super important here. And this is it. Well, let me show you Meta on the higher time frame. This yellow box, it's a gap on the daily chart. All right, this yellow box is a gap on the daily chart. So we have been watching Meta for a few days, and this morning I was chatting with Ramesh, with Royal, and he was like, "Oh, Neto, this gap is it's already gone. It's already gone. Look at Meta. It's going too fast. It just left without me. But you know what? Even when I know this gap is probably gonna be filled today, there was no entry model for me. So you know what? I'm okay with that. No setup, no trade, and that's it. And you know what, guys? I mean, this dude, he's not a rookie. He's not a beginner. He's a very serious trader. His progress over this year and the last part of last year, he has had a huge progress on his mindset and also on his technicals. But I really love that he waited for this setup to actually happen. So we were talking like here, right? Like probably like here, like it was 9:45, and he was like, "Oh, Neto, this already dropped. It's gone for me." Okay, well, it doesn't matter. But then 10 or 15 minutes later, he told me, "Hey, it's coming back. It's coming back for my retest, and now it's gonna be mine." And guess what? It came back for the retest, rejected super nice on the 1 minute and the 5 minute opening range, and Royal took this trade all the way to low of the day and a little bit more, and this was a 1 to 4.5 risk reward ratio trade. And as always, he's taking meta. He just killed it. He just killed it. That was a super nice trade, and it actually never closed the gap, but that's only giving, it's just giving another opportunity for Royal to take it tomorrow, because this gap needs to be filled. All right, so watch it for tomorrow. Yeah, saving a slice for tomorrow, exactly. But yeah, congratulations on this trade, Ram. I know it. You waited super patiently for this retest, and you killed it, my friend. You killed it, my friend. Congratulations on your patience and your execution. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very much for joining today, guys. I know we are a lot of new people. We have a lot of new people, and we will have a lot of new people in the next days. Thank you for being so warm on your welcome. Yeah, please help others if they ask, like stuff that we talk all the time. Thank you very much. For you guys that are new on the streams, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and do not hesitate to reach. My website is right here, tradingperformancecoach.com. You can go there. I have a few resources right there, so you can grab them for free. My email is right there. If you have a question about the community, if you have a question about the setups, if you have a question of anything, just let me know, and I will see you tomorrow here. Thank you. Bye.